This is Music Swim Sleep, and I have Maura here again. And there's a kid down there, but you can't really see her. So yeah, and we have something to say about little kid pageants.
So anyways, little kid pageants. They're the most, like, cruel things to little kids, and then the little kids become, like, such bitches to their parents.
Yeah, so they have, like, you know, in Little Miss Sunshine have, like, a great representation of, like, you know, they're, like, spray tans or, like, hoary little outfits. It's so disturbing.
But at least Olive was, like, a nice little girl. Like,
yeah, and then Olive's thing was to make fun of them. But, yeah, and it's totally the mothers. Like, the mothers are usually, like, butt ugly, too, and they just try to make their kids, like, perfect. It's like...
Yeah. It's kind of... And then all the mothers have, like, the Guidette tans.
Yeah. It's, like...
It's horrible.
And the fact that then they make them go out and do, like, some weirdo talent thing where they're not actually talented, and then they just try to, like, make them show off in, like, all the ways they shouldn't since they're, like, 5.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be sexy when you're 5 years old.
Exactly. No. Never. It's creepy.
It's like...
They were, like, huge, heavy eye makeup in it.
It's like, if someone, like... What if, like, some dude was, like... I mean, yeah, like, heavy eye makeup and, like, makeup. And what if, like, some dude looked at that? I mean, like, would he get turned on with that? That would be so weird.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's just really, really wrong. And,
yeah,
I mean,
the whole
why do you think we have pedophiles, huh?
Yeah, seriously. It's because those... crazed women are trying to make their little 5-year-old daughter sexy when they really should not be doing any of that. 5-year-olds should not be seductive.
Yeah. I don't know. Wrong. That's all I gotta say. It's just wrong.
Totally wrong.
It's like... I like, meet people today, and I'm like, what a bitch, and why is she... Like, you know the 7th graders, how, like, it hurts us to see, like, 7th graders with, like...
Yeah, with big, heavy eye makeup and the...
It's like that, except for, like, a 5-year-old, and it's horrible.
It makes it 10 times worse.
Sometimes I feel, like, bad for little kids, but also they're, like, really mean. But
yeah, they're just, like, they've been taught where you, like, you can't even feel pity for them anymore. They're totally... Their minds are just totally corrupt. It's
horrible.
It's horrible.
It's all the parents' fault. Yeah. They're doing it for their parents. And you don't want to impress your parents. You want to impress yourself and, like, feel good about yourself. You don't... That's just not right. Go do dance or something, or, like, paint a picture. Don't...
Yeah, go,
like
do... I mean, it's fine to, you know, be doing dancing or doing gymnastics, but not when you have a spray tan and, like, little slutty clothes and you're 5. It's really, really scary. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, I mean, what about the judges? Like, where do they come from?
I don't know. What do they do with is that, like, their main job? Because that would be kind of weird.
That would be so...
And, like, I would die.
I would die.
Die. Literally die. Not in the good die, just die. Oh, we have this thing. We are Unitarian Universalists, so
we are very Unitarian Universalists.
Yeah, so we have this class called Our Whole Lives, or
OWL, which
Owl.
is Owl.
Okay,
yeah,
nice, very. Okay. And so we had done it as classes on Sunday evenings through all of 8th grade, and we just graduated.
Yeah, and we got these cool, like, certificate things, but I don't know where mine is.
Yeah, and so
our parents came as, like, for, like a party, and we played Jeopardy. We played Jeopardy on all the terms that we've learned.
Yeah, with our parents. This
is Our Whole Lives is sex ed for Unitarian Universalists, which means that you learn not only, like, the basic stuff, but they're very liberal, so you learn, like, too much.
Yeah, too much.
Does your dad want us talking about him?
He's not gonna see this.
Okay, so what was the question? It was...
Okay. I think it was, like, getting handsy.
Yeah, getting handsy.
Is it high risk, low risk, or no risk?
And he answered...
And you know how you play Jeopardy? It's like...
Yeah, asking, like, what is...
So my dad said...
What is fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, her dad was pretty special.
Maura, how come you're there and she's there?
Because it flips around, Pascal.
But that doesn't make sense.
It's like a mirror. I mean, not really a mirror. It's like reflective.
I don't get it. Okay, Pascal. For this, it's not a mirror.
She's talking about how the screen on this thing is, I'm on that side, but it shows me on this side.
Hard to explain.
Oh yeah, if you ever see the wind blowing, it's because this is against my window and it's completely open.
We're all modeling and there's a big fan in the background.
No, that wasn't perfect! Oh my god! Oh my god, just open again! That was creepy.
Pretty much, yeah.